So we're about to embark into the Devil's Lair, the first strike of the game, if you will. This should be a breeze, but just in case it's not, don't suck.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
we should be way overpowered for this. We're doing its vanilla state because reasons.
Yeah.
And we're getting matchmates. We may wind up with a random player or not. Most of these should be easy enough we can bust through them with just two of us. But if it's an appropriately matched level for what we're supposed to be doing at the time, you generally want all three people in there.
Okay.
But none of these until we get to much later ones will be especially hard.
Okay. So what do I especially want for my for stats wise? Do I want discipline, strength, or
depends on what you like. So strength boosts how fast your melee
Scorch?
comes back.
Okay.
Discipline's how fast your grenades come back, and intellect is how fast your super goes. I for a while was running an intellect heavy, discipline as a secondary, strength is kind of my third option build. I've slowly started drifting more towards strength over what's it called? What's the D one I just said?
discipline?
Discipline, yeah. Wow, my brain's going. I like intellect. I like having max intellect whenever I can because supers are awesome.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, like, to put in perspective, your big power move is your super.
Ah.
And they're pretty cool. Ah, he crashed into a tree.
Oh, are you guys on your
Yeah.
vehicles there? Alright, I'm coming over.
For better or worse, the dark practice in most strike running is get to the actual strike as fast as possible these days because none of the things you're flying past, at least not on the earlier ones, actually damage you.
Okay.
They'll nick your shield a little bit.
Fallen and hide.
Right, this thing's full auto. I forgot. But yeah, for Warlocks, the Sunsinger class, you probably want to prioritize intellect and balance, discipline, and strength, because the melee has some really good abilities to it.
Okay.
But like for raiding, the self-resing is super useful.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
So you want as high intellect as possible. Like I'm sure there's someone out there that will disagree with me, but I like running max intellect just whenever I can. Because it lets you do cool things like hammer through. But that being said, though, I do have like in a normal MMO or a more traditional MMO, I guess, you will have like this type of gear and that type of gear. I do have stuff where it's like, here's my max intellect build for these types of items.
Okay.
And even if they're not items that necessarily benefit the gear, the class I'm running at that point in time, I still use them because they put my stats where I like them. And they have other little buffs on them. You may have noticed that like your armor can have little details like when you kill something, special things will happen, or in the case of the helmet I'm wearing, every time I kill one of these dudes, I gain bonus recharge to my super. Like any enemy I kill gives me a bonus.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I run this, even though the helmet benefits my bubble shield the most. But it's also my favorite helmet in the game, so I just think it looks cool.
Ah.
Yeah, no, I've been getting into strength builds all of a sudden lately in the game, just because they've made the Titan, the Striker class, the one I run the most, because it's got cool shoulder charge and AoE moves. It's got a health recovery punch, and having that charged more often is useful. And like we're going to the third year of this game, I only recently started dealing with that stuff.
Fallen are getting
I'm like, yeah, intellect's
it's like the
fine.
entire system is wired to a... I'll work faster.
Who's leaving those fire trails?
That's me.
Oh, that's you? Damn.
That's my super. I throw hammers that, at the way it's currently made, leave flame residue. It's so... You will soon learn, once Rise of Iron launches, of a mighty rocket launcher known as the Gallahorn. I believe I've mentioned it once. The missile launcher that shoots missiles, that shoot missiles.
What?
They're called Wolfpack rounds, and they're bitchin'.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty cool. But so, let's just say it was a hard time balancing Gallahorn in the grand scope of the game, where all but... Really, technically, all the loot in the game was very random. Like, and you have this really unfortunate division in the higher end, kind of looking for group situations, where it's like must-have Gallahorn to even be allowed to do some of this stuff, where I did all of the end game content of this game, and then some, before I ever got a Gallahorn. And I will stand by, that makes me a better player than those people who got Gallahorns early on in the game. Because I actually had to do things legitimately and not just burn stuff down with heavy damage. Like, there's an enemy called Skolas, which was, in year 1, kind of the final boss of year 1. He was the final raid equivalent thing we got in year 1. And the first couple weeks that he was available, you could go fight him. There was a modifier active that made fire damage do like 5 times, which would have helped. In theory, would make him harder because he also has a fire weapon, which means he also benefits from it. But if you were playing it correctly, you could kill him in 10 seconds with a Gallahorn.
Oh, okay.
And you had a bunch of people that beat him and only could beat him then, and then tried going back after they removed those modifiers and made it actually a lot harder. They're like, no, they made it too hard, and I'm like, no, I fucking did it. Not even have a Gallahorn, so suck it. The hell are these guys? There's one. Sidearm.
Barrier is down.
Alright,
We can move now.
So is this what, like, the equivalent of a raid we're in right
No,
now?
we're in a strike, and strikes
Is that like
are...
a dungeon?
Yeah, that's the right way to think of it. Generally, so they come in different levels. We checked out the strike playlist briefly, which I would call kind of your... It's the pug dungeon, for lack of a better phrase, your pickup game dungeons, if you will. But then there's also basic strikes, which are just kind of a, hey, run the mission, experience it at whatever level you're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Okay, so maybe it's more the strike playlists are like challenge mode, and then there's something called the Nightfall. And the Nightfall is tougher. Not as tough as it used to be, mind you, but still, it's like a once-a-week endgame activity. It's a good way to get high-end loot, and you really do want 3 people for it, although people used to solo them, which was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, but that was when the game had more glitches in it.
The lair is up ahead, under that colony ship. Just on the other side of all those...
Sup, Devil Walker? I'm gonna snipe the crap out of you.
Shit.
Those playing along at home, I have a Lego version of that. Ah!
Guardian down.
What's the weakness? The head?
See the glowing things on its legs?
Okay, glowing things.
Shoot
again.
those. Rocket launchers aren't super useful against it, actually.
Okay.
If you have a sniper rifle,
I do.
you have to hit it in those spots. And watch out for that.
Okay.
And guys will spawn behind you to stop you from doing what you're doing. Yeah, the game's actually pretty good about encouraging, or not encouraging, forcing you into scenarios.
All right.
At this low level, not a biggie, but so as soon as you do enough damage, it pops open, and that's the real weak point. Man, not fast enough. So the sniper rifle I got, as long as you score 3 critical hits in a row, it automatically reloads itself for you, so you never even have to break scope.
Nice.
Which is great. There used to be a better version of it called the Black Hammer, that just so long as you were scoring 3 in a row critical hits, it would refill the magazine for free. It may have been a tad broken, but we miss it nonetheless. So yeah, they're in the case of my Black Hammer, the Black Hammer was A, legendary, which made it super broken, but B, was also a raid weapon. And generally speaking, like most MMOs, the best gear comes from raids.
Of course.
Yeah. Except this time around, they actually gave... I'm actually running no raid gear these days because I like my Iron Banner gear more, and this stupid pulse rifle I've had since like week 2 of the Taken King is still my favorite gun I've found so far since the update. And there's an argument to be made that a bunch of the new raid gear is not as good as your one's raid gear. Yeah, a part of the raid gear the first year round was that it was the only primaries that had elemental damage on them, which was more important in Nightfalls. Because often you had, like, fire does triple damage or something, so you can just tear through shit with that modifier on. At the same time, though, you definitely had scenarios like this strike, if it was shock damage, if it was arc advantage, or arc burn was what it was called. It could be a little bit hard, because you may have noticed almost all the enemies have arc.
Yeah.
And there's an enemy type in this scenario that has a sniper rifle. That was a one-hit goddamn kill. To be fair, if you were to shock sniper rifle too, like Patience and Time, you would just bust that thing out and lay waste to things, like body shots since it's flying across the room kind of thing. But... woo.
Nice.
Onward to victory.
Oh, he didn't drop any loot?
Nope, he's only a mini-boss.
Ah.
Generally speaking, most strikes have 2 bosses or a boss scenario, and then the actual boss, and the actual boss is the very end.
Okay.
Most aren't as close together as this one is.
So this is the Devil's Lair.
Let me in!
I don't have any of the weapon parts on me. I shouldn't have left that stuff back there. I left a bunch of stuff over in my vault.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
A lot of stuff you can just carry with yourself.
Okay. Oh, that was my mistake.
Come fight the giant glowing cue ball.
Coming. I was just trying to upgrade my rifle here. Oh
Yeah.
shit, you weren't kidding.
Behold!
How the hell do I hit that thing?
Wait for it.
There it is.
Behold! Septus Prime. Prime Servitor of the Fallen. A machine god, if you will.
Oh.
It sounds more impressive than it is.
Middle of the eye, pretty much.
Basically, yeah. There's a little finickiness to it depending on what gun you're using. Occasionally it's just middle of the eye, or it's like one of the 3 bumps inside the eye, depending on what patch it was for a while.
Okay.
It could be a tad finicky. It seems like they've at least messed it back to hit it in the center.
That's pretty much what I'm doing right now.
Yep.
It's working fine.
Oh god, I love the sniper rifle. Before you get too cocky, we're only tearing through this thing the way we are because it's a level like 6 strike.
Oh. Well, gee. Switching
Starting
sniper
you off
rifle
easy.
fun.
You have to know your history to appreciate things that come later on.
Fair enough.
Burn, motherfucker! Aw,
pretty good
someone
grenade.
still does that spot. Really? Someone still goes...
Got it!
Yeah? Oh, so fun fact, if you stand close enough to him, he will kill you when he explodes.
Oh, nice.
Well done.
Oh, also, come down here with me.
Sepix Prime cast a great shadow
There should
over
be
our
a
city.
gold
With its
chest
destruction, the fallen
somewhere down
devils
here
will
for you.
awoken.
Where are you?
We must
In the
stay
trench! In the
The
trench!
fallen are crafty, and They
Should be
Oh,
some-
there it is.
should be
I
somewhere
see
down
some
here.
glowing stuff.
They always do.
Oh, it's just armor.
I think it's over here somewhere. I can't see it on my screen because I've already gotten it once.
Okay.
Maybe
Oh, I
over-
see it. I see it. Got it.
That's your first golden chest.
No, it's my second. I got one on Earth.
Fair enough. Yeah, there's a bunch of them around. Some are
Okay.
hidden in boss encounters, some are elsewhere.
Ah. I have a habit for precision kills.
Not a bad thing to have in this game.
Something Wicked Studios.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give us a thumbs up down below, you share us with all your friends, and you subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for more videos right now, we've got a whole bunch of ones all over the channel you can get to by the links below. If you hit the random button, I promise to send you to a good one. You know you want to. Press it. Press it.